Thank you for downloading this Brum Radio podcast. For more podcasts, visit brumradio.com.
Welcome to the Freak Scene Podcast with me, Dave Travis, promoter, photographer, and friend to the stars, some of whom pop into the Brum Radio studios for a chat. If you want to listen to the whole show, which includes the music, then pop along to mixcloud.com/Brum Radio. I'm Dave Travis, you're listening to Brum Radio, that's Selector and Too Much Pressure, and my guest this week is Oscar Harrison. Hello, Oscar.
Afternoon, sir.
Obviously better known for being a drummer in Ocean Colour Scene for many, many years now, and also The Beat. And Ocean Colour Scene, that must be, over 30 years, isn't it?
You're making me feel old.
That's the first, I think that's, I promoted you on, I started promoting at start, and then for the last few years as well in around Birmingham. But great times, weren't they? Certainly 80s. Remember when we used to do the Jug of Ale, didn't we? Did a monthly residency at the Jug of Ale.
The Jug of Ale and a few other pubs as well. That used to be, really, really good. Yeah.
Yeah. But you've reached the heady heights now, don't you?
Dizzy heights.
Yeah, the dizzy heights, yeah. So
I'm not good with heights neither.
So, we did the Moseley Shoals 25th anniversary, didn't we, in Moseley Park?
That's right.
It was 3 years ago, which two great events that was.
God, yeah. Fantastic.
And more recently, you've done a tour. So you do a UK tour, don't you, sort of every other year now, really? Yeah,
because I think one of the main reasons why we do it is Simon hasn't written any songs yet, or we haven't written any songs yet. So it's kind of difficult to go out and do new stuff, really. You know what I mean? So we just basically play what the fans want at the moment. That's right. And of course, you're branching out a little bit now as well, aren't you? And we've got an event coming up at the Hare and Hounds in Kings Heath. I'm going to try and do some DJing and I used to be a DJ back in the 80s when there was sound system and stuff like that. Yeah. And the music band thing took over, and I just decided now's the good time to go back into it. I've got a bit of spare time on my hands, and better than sitting around the house. Oh, definitely, yeah. No, it's good fun, isn't it? Get out there and play your favourite tracks. Yeah. And that's what we're going to do today, isn't it? It certainly is, sir. We're going to play some of your favourite tracks, and mostly sort of tracks that you're going to be playing at Oscar's Vibe Train at the Hare and Hounds on Saturday, May the 11th. That's right. I want to see all of you there. Ram it out. Yeah, yes, no, it's going to be good. I mean, hopefully we do a few more of those as well and get. But it is good fun. Obviously, I've been promoting clubs for many years, and it is, anything where you play music and the people are jumping them down is just good enough for me. It's fantastic. You don't have to bring a drum kit round as well, do you? So it's turn up with your MacBook or a box of records, and I'll just have a little memory stick. That's right. Yeah, that's it. Times have changed. That's it, yeah. No, we're talking about how things have changed, like, outside broadcast units when you had to record a show and you'd need an articulated lorry with a studio in it with cable. And now you just get a $4.99 USB, put it in the mixing desk, and job's done. Absolutely. Yeah. So, and people say the old days were better. They are. Yeah. So, as I said, we're going to play some of your favourite tracks and some of the tracks that you're going to be DJing with. So, what's this next one, The Beat? This next one is The Beat, yes. I lost a very good friend of mine, Rankin Roger, passed away about 2 weeks ago. He was like a brother to me, really close to me, and, it still hasn't sunk in yet that he's passed away, and I think right time to play it now, I think. Hands Off She's Mine was the first track I ever heard from The Beat, and it was just blew my mind instantly. That's The Beat and Hands Off She's Mine, another favourite track from my guest this week, Oscar Harrison. They're a great band, weren't they, The Beat? Oh, The Beat were fantastic. Yeah, and you played with them, didn't you, as well? Yes, I've been playing with them for about 2.5 years now. We did a gig in Ireland about 3 years ago, and we played at the Electric Festival or something. There was a festival called the Electric Festival in Ireland anyway, and Roger's band was playing. And after the gig, we met up for a drink and that, and he asked me if I wanted to play for the band. I said, absolutely. Absolutely. I didn't think about it twice. Instantly, straight in. No, yeah, that's it. And you did about, 2.5 years? About 2.5 years, yeah. Yeah. And every gig has been like 10 out of 10. I really think so. No, amazing band, aren't they? Every gig. They're so lively on stage, and, and the crowd go for it as well, so that's what I want, really. So. Yeah. So when did you first see The Beat? Sorry? When did you first see The Beat? Oh, at a place called the Crompton Pub in Handsworth. Right. The Crompton Pub. It was a really small pub. Really, really small pub. You couldn't swing a cat in there, to be honest. It was just so small. Yeah, that must have been amazing. Yeah, it was. It's not. The pub's not there anymore. But the band, I think, if I remember right, there were a 6 or 7 piece band in a tiny space, and they I mean, it was rocking, man. It was just, as a kid, young teenager growing up as well, I thought, wow, I want to be a rude boy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I want to get in on this. And
Yeah.
that was it. I was baptised in ska.
So what year would that be, though? Would that be about 78, 79, wouldn't
Just
it?
after black and white TV.
Yeah, all right.
Just before the big one aired.
All right, okay. Well, that was 1973 for me, so there's a bit after that, I think. Yeah. So, no, we're lucky in Birmingham. We've got so many great bands.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Loads of, I mean, you've got Specials, you've got Beat, of course, and then you've got UB40. There's loads. You've got Steel Pulse.
Yeah.
You know, loads of Joan Armour Trading.
Yeah.
The list, Duran Duran, the list is endless. Slade. No, not Slade. They were from Wolvo.
It's close enough. It's close enough. Now, I saw Steel Pulse with UB40 a few years ago at Christmas. I hadn't seen them since about 1979, I think.
Really?
No, I don't know how, but they were just amazing.
Well, the
Incredible
very first band that I was in we were signed to UB40's label.
Echo Bass.
Echo Bass, yes.
Great band.
Echo
Do you know, I
Bass.
didn't realise you were in Echo Bass until about 6 months ago.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how. It's funny, isn't it? I didn't make the
I thought
connection.
you'd have known the full.
You'd think I'd know everything, wouldn't you?
absolutely.
Yeah. But there's so many bands you can't remember everything. They were great. Echo Bass though. That was when was that? 70s,
They were
wasn't
right
it?
at the time, I suppose. But
1980, early 80s, was it?
yeah, about 83, 82, 83.
Yeah.
And then I think we did a tour with UB40 called the Reindeer Dub Tour, and then it all fell apart after that. It just seemed to just disappear into thin air. But like the biggest thing that ever happened to us when I was in the band was we had our singles played on EastEnders
Wow.
in Ali Osman's Cafe.
Oh yeah.
Ali
Gosh.
Osman's Cafe. Out of My Reach, a song was called.
Yeah.
I nearly jumped out my skin when I heard it. Oh, Mum, we're on TV.
So how did that happen? Do you know? Was it just one of those things? Producer or director liked it, I suppose.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was, it's all part of growing up, and obviously being in the band and being a rude boy as well, and having all my mates coming to the gigs. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff.
Yeah. So you're in Echo Bass for it must have been 2 or 3 years, wasn't it? And then you joined Fanatics, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah, so, well, what happened with that? Well, I was at home doing nothing for a good while. The band had split up. I was a bit down, not doing anything like really in particular. And then the manager that we had in that band, Echo Bass, was a guy called Eddie Lynn.
Oh, Eddie Lynn. I remember Eddie, yeah.
The notorious Eddie Lynn.
That's it. Infamous.
Yes.
Yeah.
He come to the house. He came to a house that I was living in Handsworth, and he there was a knock on the door, and my partner was with at the time said, "There's a man at the door, Mr. Eddie Lynn said he wants to see you. Says he knows you." So I said, "Eddie, I've seen you for years, So in he came, and he just said, "Listen, I've got a band that I'm managing. They need a drummer. I think you'll be the right person for the band. Come down and do a bit of an audition, and if it goes well, it will change your life forever." Here I am today.
Well, he was right, I suppose, wasn't he?
I will always thank him from the bottom of my heart for that.
Yeah.
He could have chose anyone. He come to my house and he just, "You're the one that we want."
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah. I know a lot of Eddie Lynn stories. Probably can't tell most of them.
Yeah.
On air. I remember I will tell one though. We did
not before the watershed.
No, not before the watershed. We were doing a charity event at the Irish Centre. I think the Fanatics. Did you play that? It was the cystic fibrosis.
We did the Irish Centre. Yes, many years ago. I think one of the funniest things that happened to me there. My drum kit caught a fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was using one of them old. You know, the old Simmons kit had just come in. Then the electric drum kits had just they were shaped 50 pence a piece. Like Toms. They were that massive.
But they got a flammable lacquer on them, hadn't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I had one of them set up and everything. I was playing and it just promptly caught fire.
We had that at a gig with Mighty Mighty at Burberry's years ago.
Never used them again after that. They were dangerous.
No, floor can light. A 1K floor can light just got too close. It was probably the same thing. Yeah, but I remember Eddie. We're doing this charity event. I think the Fanatics were playing at it, and I think there was 7 bands on. And with that, it's always difficult to work out the running order. So what we're doing, I've promoted all the bands over the previous year, so we just got the attendance. So we said to the bands, whoever's pulled the most goes on first, and that's the fairest way of doing it. So everyone agreed, and then on the day, me and Eddie are out the back looking at the loading. One of the bands comes up and goes, "Oh, we've decided that we can't go on before this band." And Eddie turned to him and goes, "You better F off then, haven't you, son?" And just loaded all that stuff
He
out.
had that kind of
there was no messing.
No.
So I was prepared to sit down and explain it. But
the thing about Eddie, if he was looking after you, he'd look after you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into the other side, but he really looks after you. If he was his manager, if he looked, if he was looking after you in a certain way, he would make sure you had everything. So that on that side, I can't fault him.
No.
I can't. I can't. But he did kind of embellish the truth.
There were different times, I think, as well. When it's different management style, really. But it's a good old bloke.
His art was in the right place.
Definitely, definitely.
And that means a lot to me. That does.
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to judge him on that anymore.
No, not at all. No. So, what we're going to move on to now? What's the next track? Can anyone remember? Curtis Mayfield.
Oh yes. Yes.
Let's have a bit of Curtis Mayfield. It's James Brown, another choice for my guest this week, Oscar Harrison. That's fantastic, isn't it? These are tracks you're going to be playing at Oscar's Vibe Train.
Oh, yes, and I'll be dancing to them as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I expect everyone else to be dancing who comes here as well. You'll be refused entry.
I'm not a great dancer, to be honest, Oscar, but, I'll give it a go.
Slip to the side, my brother.
Maybe I'll just carry a USB stick in for you, sort of roadie style.
That's what.
So next track, we're going to move on to UB40.
Yes, UB40. What can I say about UB40?
That hasn't already been said.
Yes, well, to be honest, the first band that I was in, Echo Bass, we were signed to UB40 Dep International, which isn't too far away from
just around the corner. No?
Just around the corner, the Abattoir, I believe it was called.
That's right.
And we did our first album there. So they have a big space in me, really, to be honest. I love UB40. I love all the guys. It's just a bit sad to see what's happened to them lately. And
it is.
Just terrible, Coming from Birmingham as well, I'm a proud Brummie as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, as Brian Travis will say, biggest selling reggae band of all time. It is. I mean, I think all the fans would just want the two factions to get together, but I guess that's never going to happen.
No, it's a bit like the Liam and Noel kind of scenario. It's just not going to happen.
Do you think so? I've got a feeling they'll get back together in 2 or 3 years.
No.
I'll bet £5 on it.
Well, put it this way, Noel doesn't need the money.
No, I don't think either of them particularly need the money.
Liam's just sold his clothing range to, I do believe, is it JBS or something like that? Something might as well have been.
Yeah.
Or DFS.
Yeah, DFS. Somebody like that. Yeah. But I saw Noel Gallagher at the NIA. Was it? I don't know, about just under a year ago. But yeah, it's interesting really, because Noel, great performer, and he went down a storm, 15,000 people going mad. But when he played the Oasis covers, that's when the whole audience went up to another level. Really, I don't know how Noel feels about that.
Well, the thing is, people when they come to your shows always want to hear the hits.
Yeah.
No matter what you play.
Yeah.
No matter what you play. I mean, there's songs that we play that I'm sick and tired of playing.
Yeah.
You've got to play them.
Yeah, of course.
That's what people pay when they come and see the songs, aren't they? Really. So.
Well, with Ocean Colour Singers, we did those dates at the Academy, and there's just so many big anthems, isn't there? Really.
Yeah.
And they all like to have a big sing song.
Of course they do.
And you're saying they're paying their money.
They're paying their money to come to hear it, so you're duty bound to play it.
Well, I saw Julian Cope, who's another fantastic performer, a genius artist, and I saw him in Wolverhampton probably about 10 years ago now, and he was doing some sort of weird jazz fusion set.
All right.
Wasn't playing any of the hits, and there was like a gap in between the tracks, and someone shouted out, "Please stop."
Yeah.
But he's. I don't know. There's two ways of looking at it, isn't there? He's the performer, so he can do what he wants.
Well, that's it. But how long is he going to do that for?
Yeah, that's it. If you want people to come back, I guess.
You're going to do shows and people want to come and hear the songs that made you who you are, and you don't want to play them. Well, they want to come see them. Well, they find you boring.
No.
Well, not so much boring. They just don't want to hear.
No, that's it.
They want to hear the hits.
Yeah.
It's just simple.
Well, that's certainly what Ocean Colour Scene do, isn't it? They was just they were great sets.
Well, we're in that situation now where we have to play those songs. We've written nothing else.
Yeah, I've written anything. Yeah, well, that's the way it is, I suppose.
It certainly is, yeah.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good. Right? Everyone's had a few pints and having a big sing song.
To be fair, Foxy's written an ample amount of
Should we say Foxy's Simon Fowler?
Yeah, Simon Fowler has written a lot of good songs, and the both of us, we've been going out now for over 10 years. And playing like acoustically, and it's been going on an absolute storm. So we've got a good long back catalogue of like balladies type of songs and upbeat songs. So there is music there, but we should write some new stuff as well.
Yeah.
I think the crowd have been bawling out for it too long now. We just need to get it sorted.
There's no rush.
No.
There's plenty of time.
I am 54 next week.
Are you?
Yes,
Well,
so I don't want to take that long.
no. So we're going to move on to UB40.
Yes.
And 1 in 10, great track. That's UB40.
Oh,
1 in 10. So you air drumming there to that.
great.
Yeah. Fantastic band. Saw them at the NIA at Christmas. So that's the, well, as I say, the UB40. There is only one. I think,
God, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
if you
yes,
leave
yes.
a band, then, that's the way it is. Don't want to start a debate, but every week I start that debate. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
yes.
it. Yeah, so, but good luck to everyone. That's what I say. And good luck to Brian Travis as well, who's
Yes.
convalescing
Big
from
up
his
Brian,
operation.
yes.
Yeah,
A real soldier.
he is. Yeah, very creative,
Yes, yes.
and on top of that, a lovely bloke.
Absolutely, yes.
So,
Get well, brother.
saw a photo of him in the pub a week after he came out of surgery.
Only
So,
Brian could do that.
that's right.
Only Brian. Pint of Guinness, living it large.
That's it. Well, yeah, I look forward. I haven't seen him since he's come out of hospital, so I look forward to. We should probably get him in, shouldn't we? Really? But he's so creative, and I don't understand how he gets everything done. We did a show. I've got an art gallery. We did a show with him, and he brought, I think in January, he brought 8 paintings in, and then we started the show in September. We had 164 pieces, and he'd been touring with UB40. I don't know how he fits it all in. The amount of work that he produces.
I was staggered to see some of the stuff he's done. It's like fantastic stuff.
It is.
Really, really good. I couldn't believe it. It was like, Brian, did you do that? I was
No.
like, yeah.
Oh, it's
joking, yeah.
it's off the scale. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Very, very talented artist. Just all round.
But to be fair, you do find. I know you might think you puzzle out how he finds the time to do it, but when you're not working, you're not sound checking. That's a lot of free time.
That's right.
Especially if you're on tour, you're not with your family and stuff like that. There's a lot of free time. Put your ears up and they'll start dabbling away at some nice scenic place around the world where they always seem to go every week.
That's right. Yeah, I see the photos from when he's
Yeah.
away. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not what I'd class as work, but it
No,
is.
no, exactly. Yeah.
But we're going on to another Midlands band, the Specials.
The Specials, yes. Now the Specials were the royalty of Sky. Everyone knows that, I think. And the Nightclub, this song called The Nightclub, brings it all to the fore for me.
Yeah, we could talk over the top of that, couldn't we? Like you're saying, like proper radio presenter there.
Yes.
Pretend we're in the room with them. Yeah, that's a cracking track, isn't it?
Oh, it's fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic. We used to go to a place in Dudley called Connerbury, and the ska tunes there, it used to be a ska night. We used to catch a bus from in centre of town, 79 or 78, and take us all the way there, about 100 of us on these buses. I swear to God, loads of us. And we get there, and that would be one of the tunes that would be ripping the place up.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. It just brings back a lot of good memories. For me.
Yeah, and of course, back in the charts now as well.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. And, really good. Really, really good. Terry's good. Linville's doing good. And Panther.
Yeah.
Well, they're all good, man.
Horace, another artist.
Yes.
Been to some of his shows. Yeah. Lovely people. Nice to see them doing well. So what we're going to change it a little bit now, aren't we? We're moving on to the Stone Roses.
Yes. Stone Roses. I remember the Stone Roses because I was doing a bit of security work for Eddie Lynn. Let's go back to Eddie Lynn.
Yeah.
And at the Irish Centre, and they had a few bands down there. And one of them was the Stone Roses. And I remember when they come down for sound check, we had to build this, extend the stage out because it wasn't big enough. And Eddie come to me and goes, Oscar, be on your guard tonight. It's going to be full in here tonight. I think this band are going to make it. I said, who are they? He says, oh, Stone Roses. And I remember getting a T-shirt off Rennie.
Yeah.
With just a lemon on it. It just had a lemon on it. So I've still got it to this day.
Yeah?
I've still got it to this day. Yeah. Andy's hat.
Yeah.
And they absolutely blew the place apart.
That was supposed to be my gig because I'd sorted out a gig with the Stone Roses for Paul Flower at the Cod Club. And I think there was 84 people there, including guests. And then the next one was Edwards, and then that didn't happen. And then
that was Broad Street, wasn't it?
But the Cod Club was just off. It was by Central TV, wasn't it? But then we're going to do Edwards, and for some reason the routing didn't happen, and then they just got really big, and that's the Irish Centre gig. That nicked off me.
And then we went to
Irish Centre was a great venue, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, really good. But I went to see them at the Spike Island with Simon, Steve, and Damon, and which we nearly got killed at that, going to that because the guy who was driving us had a blowout on the third lane and managed to get the car over. We got to Spike Island, absolutely thousands of people there, and they were horrible.
Yeah,
it was the worst sound ever.
Is that right?
Yeah, it wasn't. The sound wasn't that clever, but because of the vibe and everything, and the people, they were just like so mad to see them. It was fantastic. But his singing wasn't that clever, but the vibe of it was really good.
Yeah,
really, really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
I think that's it. It's the whole is more than the sum of its parts to some extent, isn't it? Yeah. But let's listen to that. James and Sit Down. That's a dance floor filler, isn't it? And Stone Roses before that. That's the DJ's Going to the Toilet record.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, I think it's just Going to the Toilet.
And whatnot.
Yeah. Have you ever played with James?
We supported him. I can't remember where we supported them, but we've supported them a numerous amount of time. We did a little tour with them in, I'm sure it was either Sweden. I'm sure it might have been Sweden or Finland, one of them two countries. We did a couple of gigs with them.
Yeah.
It was really good, yeah.
Yeah, good band, aren't they? Yeah.
Fantastic band.
Yeah. Nice people as well.
They're all really...
Well, everyone in showbiz is lovely, aren't they, I think?
They're all approachable and you can talk to them. They're all not really nice people, do you know what I mean? They don't go out their way to be nice to you. They're just generally nice people.
No, that's it. I think everyone that I've worked with or met's been really lovely. So it's a great business to be in, isn't it, Oscar?
I'm not complaining.
No.
I don't have to get up at 9 or anything like that, so I can go to golf and stuff like that. So I'm not moaning. I'm happy.
No. Just don't want to. Obviously, if anyone's listening at work, we don't want to make them feel too bad, do we? About our wonderful showbiz life.
I'm enjoying it, man. I work hard.
Yeah. So we must have done 80 years in showbiz between us, mustn't we?
Yes.
I've done 40 this year.
Yes. We do some happiness. Come on.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. No, it's all hard work. So don't believe what we're saying. Yeah. So we're going to move on now to Joe Boxers.
Yes, Joe Boxers, one of the bands I saw at Digbeth Civic Hall many years ago, and was we used to dance them actually. Boxer, when we were Rude Boys, they had this song we're going to play now, Boxer Beats, and that was one of our favourite songs to dance to. Yeah. Definitely a floor filler. Yes.
Digbeth Civic Hall as well. That's got a great reputation, hasn't it, over the years. Now, obviously,
good stomping ground for all the good bands coming up in the Sham 69, like I said, I've saw and a few other bands there as well.
Yeah, it was famous for its punk gigs, wasn't it? And of course, and the folk nights as well that the Campbell Brothers did. And but that wasn't in the hall itself, was it? The folk nights the club was in the building at the back.
At the back,
which they used to store chairs in now.
The Sweat Club, yeah.
That's a great room, isn't it?
It was fantastic. It looked like an old, the way they'd done it inside, it looked like almost like it's just really weird. Like signs all over the place. But it was fantastic. Metal everywhere. But come Saturday night, rammed. Yeah. Sweat. Yeah. Good. Bring it on.
Fantastic. Hey. And a bit more air drumming there.
Yeah.
On the microphone.
Can't keep a good man down.
No, I've heard that for years. It's brilliant. We got another one. We got another mic. Don't worry. Working. Yeah. We get you some drumsticks.
Yes. I can't keep still, man. I'm smashing the mics up, Debs.
Yeah. So when did you start drumming then? Because obviously you can't stop drumming.
Well, I've got to get this out and let everyone know now. When I was a young kid, we weren't allowed to watch Top of the Pops. My mum didn't like Top of the Pops. She used to think it was the works of the devil because we were a Christian household. Mm-hmm. So TV like that. No, you don't want to be seeing them like just with long hair and it just wasn't happening. So when Mum used to go to work, instantly Top of the Pops was So I get Mum's baking sticks, having a bit like that. Enter Gary Glitter, stage right with two drummers. I'd never seen a band with two drummers. So wow, I just thought he'd just knocked me head sideways. I thought I just want to be in a band. Yeah, and then I saw Shawadi Wadi had two drummers as well. I thought, what's going on here? Why have these two bands got two drummers? What is so special? It just,
Every time someone says Shawadi Wadi, I can't help thinking, remember Jimmy Savile? Shawadi. Every time someone says that, my brain says that. Yeah. Terrible. And Gary, you mentioned Gary Glitter and Jimmy Savile in the same, in the same section.
In fact, we'll cut that
out. We'll edit that out. Don't worry, I won't go out.
That out. But that was what got me into drumming.
Yeah.
It simply was, I just saw the Glitter Band and I saw these two drummers and I thought, why have they got two drummers? They must be the best band in the world, surely.
Yeah.
And I just thought...
Twice as good.
Twice.
Yeah. So those tracks are just... They are really good, though, aren't they? Really, I sadly can't really play them anymore, because of events that have happened in history since then.
I'm glad they can't play them.
We've best edit that out as well.
But no, it was all part of my childhood growing up, and I was totally knocked out by seeing the band of that stature being with two drummers, and I just thought I had to be a drummer.
Yeah,
and so, I didn't go to any music school. I just had to basically see what they were doing and try it myself.
You do have a unique style, though, don't you, really, with drumming, I think? Is that, perhaps if you had gone to drumming school, it wouldn't be so effective, I don't think.
I don't know. I just play.
Yeah, that's it.
It just comes naturally. I just play.
Yeah.
Same with the piano, the bass. I only know a small amount of piano and a small amount of bass. But it enables me to play most songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So... it's not that bad.
No. So you started in Echo Bass, and then we were saying you went and joined the Fanatics.
Yes.
And the Fanatics obviously changed into...
morphed into the Ocean Colour Scene.
Because Steve was in a band called The Boys, wasn't he?
That's right, yes. Yeah. Yes. His dad was looking after him, Chris Craddock. Chris Craddock, yeah. And, yeah.
So that'd be, what, 86 or 7 or something?
That'd have been about 86, 7, 85, between 85 and 89, I would have thought, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Paul Wilkes, who was our guitarist at that time, he left us, and then Steve joined us. Mm-hmm. So we were a complete unit then. You had Steve, Damon, Simon and myself. Yeah. So then we went out.
Yeah, stayed that way for some years, didn't it, as well? Yeah. So what are we going to move on to next? Oh, we got the beat again.
Yes, we're going to go back to the beat.
Yeah.
Mirror in the Bathroom, one of their best tracks.
Bad Manners, My Girl Lollipop.
Absolutely.
Another fantastic.
Mashed the dance floor back in the day.
That's right.
Yeah, oh, yes.
Yeah. So this is, we haven't mentioned Oscar's Vibe Train at the Hare and Hounds on Saturday, May the 11th for nearly 20 minutes, haven't we? So it's going to be a great night, isn't it? I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it. So it's my first one. I think I'll have all my close friends there and everyone that's into the music. But more importantly, people coming to just enjoy themselves. So I can't wait for it, to be honest. I'm really looking forward to it.
No, it's going to be good. We're talking about Top of the Pops as well, weren't we?
Yes.
A little bit earlier and a little bit off mic as well. You're saying, because what was your first single that you appeared? Because obviously, as kids.
I told you not to ask me that. I wouldn't know. I actually told you before. Don't ask me anything. What came out first, I wouldn't know.
Right. So it must be, being on Top of the Pops must be, certainly because we're more the same generation, aren't we? And Top of the Pops was a big deal when you were allowed to watch it. So I've never been to the studios.
Elstree Studios, it was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. We got there, we was all really excited to be on the programme. Meeting everyone else that was going to be there. We met Diana Ross.
Wow.
Me and Steve were standing outside the dressing room having a cigarette, and she walked, "You right, boys? Yes, Miss Ross." Yeah. Kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
She's all right. She's lovely.
Yeah.
All these big top echelon people, and we were like the small guys coming up, just being born in Top of the Pops. But it was lovely.
Yeah.
It was lovely. They were really great. And then I was fortunate to meet Dot Cotton. Dot Cotton. I will never forget. What a lovely lady she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just like your mum. She's just lovely.
Yeah.
Really lovely.
92 now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've heard she's had eye problems now.
I think so, yeah.
Struggling with her eyes.
Yeah.
Get well soon, Dot.
Yeah, definitely. But, 92, I'll probably settle for that. I don't know about you. But, so did you, because it's on the same set, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
And it's all like really deceiving to the eyes when you get there, because you think it's going to be like really big but it's not.
No.
It's all disappointingly small.
Did you have a pint in the Queen Vic?
The Queen Vic doesn't exist.
No.
It doesn't exist. You actually see it just, if I'm right, I remember just seeing a sign. I didn't actually see a pub or the insides of a pub. And if you did, it was inside a studio, I presume.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so. But it is, because everything looks small, doesn't it? We used to do some work with the Tube years ago, and when you see that on TV, you think it's like a massive warehouse.
Yeah. It's not.
No,
it's not. It's not. It's all these like massive fisheye and like wide-angle lenses they use and make everything look the size of Wembley.
That's right.
Right, so ripping me off.
It's about the size of 4 living rooms.
Yes.
That was all it was. Yeah. Did you appear on the Tube? Would that still be going then?
Would have done the tube? No, that would have been before our time, I think.
Would it?
Yeah. We were on things like The Word with Terry Christian.
Oh, yeah.
That sick show.
Yes.
Some of the antics that used to go on there were like, what?
I know. It's, I think it was...
Was it Terry Christian, Danny Burr, was it?
Danny Burr, yes, that's
Danny
right,
Burr.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, it's good. The tube was good fun, though. That was like you'd have a night out after as well. So it wasn't you just sort of turn up
Well, it
there
was
and
all
do
celebrating
stuff.
just the live band thing, wasn't it? You know, getting more of the live band acts out, more of the underground bands on and stuff like that. It was good.
Yeah,
really, really good.
no, it was good. But Ace, anyone remember what we're playing next?
Dave Pike.
Sorry, you're just just chatting away here. Dave Pike. What's this? I've not heard of this.
This is a song that I heard. This is a song that I heard some time ago, and a few years back. And when I heard it, I was knocked out by the groove on it, because it was one of them songs that we all used to listen to when we're not doing nothing. You know, we used to go to Sweat Club, and you always used to play at Sweat Club. So I asked him, who plays that tune, Steve? Down. And he said, Paul Weller. What?
Yeah.
Are you joking? He goes, yeah, Paul Weller plays it, and Paolo from the Young Disciples, I think his name's Paolo, I might have this wrong, from the Young Disciples, played the bass on it as well, so but have a listen.
Yeah, listen, I've not heard this before.
It's got a kind of a long start, so it's a bit slow, so...
Should we do something over the top of it now, should we? Let's sing over the top of it. No, we won't really.
I don't actually know if you can actually sing over that, actually.
Okay, let's listen to it. That's Green Onions, Booker T and the MGs. I saw Booker T at, I think it was Moseley Jazz about 2 years ago.
I have never seen him live.
Fantastic. Really, really good. Really very enjoyable.
I've never seen him live. I'd love to see him.
No, it's good. Yeah, because you didn't know, we were saying you didn't realise Moseley Park existed, did you?
No, I didn't. And it was a total shock to me. But you can see why.
Yeah.
Because I truly believe, had it been open to the public, it would have been murder. They've just ruined it.
There'd be litter everywhere,
Yeah,
wouldn't there?
everywhere.
Yeah.
They would have ruined it. And plus the noise thing would have been like all over the shop. I think they've run that really well and kept that really sweet.
Because you wouldn't know it's there because it's just down an alleyway. You wouldn't go down that alleyway, would you?
For one, unless you own a house on that side of the park, you're not going to get in there anyway.
No.
So it's one of those. I think it's a well-kept thing.
No.
And they should keep it just the way it is.
That's it. Well, they've got the Moseley Jazz and Folk Festivals on again this year. And that's what's lovely because you go down that alleyway. It must be great for people, especially people from out of town. You go down there and it just opens out into this wonderful space.
Where have you been hiding this place?
I know, but then again, you can come out. You come out the top and you can go and have something to eat. You can get a bag of chips or something, or go and have a pint.
Moseley Village,
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, Booker T was brilliant though. I've not seen him. He must be quite old, mustn't he? Because Green Onions was in the 60s, wasn't it?
I have no idea how old he is.
No.
All I know, we use him before we go on stage.
Yes. Yeah.
And I get very nervous when it comes on. And I'm the one that goes, are you ready, boys?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So, my old photography teacher from art school toured with him in the 60s. So, felt like a long time ago. This was like 78. Felt like a long time ago, but it is a long time ago now. That's official.
Wow.
So, what we're going to next track? The Selector.
I think now we're going to have the Selector.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be, this song now, we used to class this as our anthem. We used to go to the Rude Boy discos, and every time this come on, the dance floor would be absolutely jammed, Train to Scarville.
That's Selector. And got a bit distracted there. We were chatting, weren't we?
Yeah.
So, Selector. We're going to move on again to another track from UB40.
Yes, and this one is called, if I write, Fill My Cup? Bring My Cup.
Yeah.
That's typing error there.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've not heard this one for ages, actually.
It's one of their better ones to run, so I really like this tune.
I look forward to hearing this. Let's play it.
Yes.
I see you doing air drumming and air guitar as well to that one. Yeah, it's got that guitar feel to it, hasn't it? Makes you want to do that.
Yes.
Fantastic. I should say my guest this week, Oscar Harrison.
Thank you very much.
Drummer from Ocean Colour Scene and The Beat. So you've got a fairly quiet year, Ocean Colour Scene-wise, haven't you? I think you've got a festival in Pontypridd coming up.
I think we're doing about 6 gigs for the year.
Yeah.
Not big gigs, just sort of small festivals and shows around the UK.
Yeah.
we're just trying to keep it small until we write some new stuff. To be honest, once we write some new stuff, we then can go out and do the big tour. And spread out. But for now, we'll just keep it small and just keep it sweet.
Yeah, nice.
Not only that, I think everyone's getting that bit older now, and everyone wants to stay at home with their families and do things that have to be done at home and stuff like that.
Not the thrill of life on the road.
Yes, it can be good, but at times as well, it can be really, really stressful as well.
Yeah,
you do miss your loved ones. You do miss your own bed. You do miss like your own food and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? It's just those little creature comforts that you want that you can't have when you're working. No, you're performing for the masses, and it has to be done.
Yeah, that's right.
Simple as that. You choose your trade and you live with it.
I suppose, but then I suppose you have the pleasure of playing to thousands of people.
Absolutely,
stuff that they love to hear.
That's a good side. The good side is when you're actually playing, you see people bopping up and down and enjoying it and loving it.
Yeah,
that's a good side.
Yeah, people don't realise the work that goes into it sometimes, though, do they?
No.
It's early starts, and some of these gigs are 6 a.m. loading.
I brought 2 friends to a tour about 3-4 years ago just to see the setup from the start to the finish, and they couldn't believe it.
No.
From going in there the first thing in the morning, taking everything out, setting all the gear up, breakfast, lunch.
There's catering comes in as well. That's what I don't realise.
Yeah.
You're basically bringing a mobile kitchen in to feed probably 40, 50 people.
It's a big setup. It's a big setup for an hour and a half on stage.
That's it. Yeah, all the artics, all the lights and the PA and everything, the merchandise, all that comes in. I love that moment though. Just 5 minutes before doors open, when all the sound checks are done. Yeah, I always love to stand, certainly at the bigger gigs. I love to stand in the room and
just see everything ready for.
Yeah. You can hear the crowd outside. I think that's what I like. Obviously, I'm not a performer, or promoter, but I quite like putting all that together, and especially if it's a one-off or something that you've put together yourself.
Oh God, yeah.
And you've had this idea, and people have bought into it, literally bought into it, and
there's many gigs that we've been playing, and just like how you described it, you've just done the sound check, everything's left, the T-shirts have been counted, everything, all the things have been sorted, and you look out the window like that, and you see the people. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
Waiting to get, especially places like the Barrowlands in Scotland. It's like a dream, absolute dream. Has to be my favourite gig.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. Yeah,
it is. It's the best gig in the world, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. Do you go to many gigs yourself?
Not really, because I get recognised, and when you get recognised when you go to a gig, if you go with someone, you're not going to be, you're just not going to have a night to enjoy. You're going to have people constantly asking you for your autograph, constantly asking for a picture, and 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 it means a lot to people, doesn't it? Yeah, I am not moaning at it, and I'm not saying it's. But sometimes when you go out and you just want like a little quiet night with your partner or something like that, it can get on top of you.
Yeah, I remember going to see Joe Strummer, and Stan Collymore was playing for Aston Villa at the time. This is at Wolverhampton Civic Hall, and Stan Collymore was at the front dancing away, and Joe Strummer goes, "Everybody," he goes, "Wolverhampton, Stan Collymore," and of course Villa not too popular in Wolverhampton.
Like they gave him.
I think it didn't go down too well. Poor old Stan had to go and stand on the balcony.
Yeah, looking at bottles and sort of raining down.
That's it. Yeah. And so what we're going to move on to now? We're going to King Curtis.
Yes, Memphis Soul Stew.
Let's listen to this.
You'll like this.
That's Special Brew, Bad Manners, absolute classic there.
Yes.
Another of my guests this week, Oscar Harrison's favourite tracks. And one of the ones you're going to be playing at your new night.
Yes, at the Hare and Hounds.
Yeah.
Yes.
So have we mentioned that already? I don't know.
You've mentioned it quite a few times. Just keep mentioning it for you. I'll need it rammed.
Yeah, let's get it rammed out. It'd be good. Yeah,
I need the bonus.
Yes, it. Yeah, yes. That's it. No, it's going to be a great night. I'm really looking forward to that. So, have you seen Bad Manners live?
Yes, we in my day of playing with Echo Bass, we managed to. There was us and a few other bands from the 80s, the Cool Notes, if you remember the Cool Notes. There was us and Cool Notes and Bad Manners playing at the Oxford Ball. I wish I'd recorded it on camcorder. It was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Half the band went on about 4 o'clock because everyone was blinded drunk. Yeah. But it was one of the best gigs I think we've ever had.
Yeah,
it was fantastic. Just mayhem.
Was that a May? Was it a May Ball?
A May Ball, yes.
Yeah,
May Ball. Fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic. I think they still have those, don't they? I've not been to one for many years.
I think they're probably tamed down now. They're not as bad as what they were back in the 80s.
Absolute carnage, the ones that I went to. I wasn't a student. Obviously, I was in my 20s, so I don't know what I was doing there. But
the ones in the 80s were like truly, truly bad. There was like naked people running along the riverbank and jumping in boats and everything.
Yeah,
it was just fun.
Yeah,
fun. Wholesome fun.
Yeah, still students probably take things more seriously these days.
It's
don't
all
they?
PC
Sadly.
now. They can't do that anymore.
No. That was probably have to say for the good.
Yes.
Yeah, it was fun though.
Yes.
So, we're coming towards the end now, aren't we? We've got another brilliant track now next. Do you want to introduce it?
Yes, we're going to have another one from the Beat, and one of my favourite classics from the Beat is one called "Stand Down, Margaret."
Yeah, still relevant.
Yes.
That's one of my favourites, I think, of all time.
Brilliant
track.
Brilliant tune.
Brilliant track. But so we're coming towards the end of our time now.
Shame.
I know. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun?
Yes.
Dancing around the studio to these brilliant tracks.
Air guitar and air drumming.
Air guitar and air drumming, yeah.
Don't mess around me, you know.
Alternating between the two as well. So we've got, we're not going to mention it again, but you got your Night at the Hare and Hounds, and hopefully some more as well. So I'm sure that's going to be round out.
I hope it's a start of many.
Definitely.
I hope it's a start of many. I just hope it goes really well. I'm sure it will anyway.
Yeah, well, definitely, yeah. Well, you've got a great promoter, and you're a great DJ. So, not tempted to bring the drum kit along then? I did Kevin Rowland DJing, and
really,
he sings over the top of a load of tracks.
Does he?
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Wow.
Because I saw Kevin. God, it was 99, I think. And I was chatting with him and said, have you ever thought of doing any DJing? Right. And he goes, no, I haven't. So I said, well, here's my card. Give me a ring if you change your mind. So 8 years later, he rings up and says, I've been thinking about it and I would like to do some. But he'd never done any before. He did Cheeky Monkey over in Wolverhampton. He's done quite a few since then. So he did a couple for us last year. But he really enjoys it. It's good fun, isn't it, playing your favourite.
I can't think of anything better.
No. Well, maybe drumming on your.
No, I'd actually like to play music.
Yeah, I suppose you've got to watch.
I've had enough of the drumming now. I just DJ, I really would.
Yeah. I suppose you don't have to set your own drum kit up anymore, though, do you? So that makes it easier.
No, I don't have to do that anymore. That, to be honest, it didn't bother me. To be honest, it has never bothered me to set my own stuff and take it back down.
Yeah,
I think it's good practice.
It's time consuming, isn't it? When the singer walks in, doesn't even have a microphone, do they? Just walk in and that's it.
Yeah.
Old guitarist just plug in.
Lead singers, who needs them?
So, thanks ever so much for coming in.
Thank you.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Lovely to chatting and listening to this brilliant music. And we're going to finish now on. Do you want to introduce it?
Yes, this one's called Enjoy Yourself by the Specials. I've lost a lot of friends and close people, and I think this one means a really lot to me. I think everyone should enjoy what time they have on this earth. Enjoy every day.
Too right. Thank you, Oscar.
Thank you for listening to this Brum Radio podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and rate us on your podcast app.